Hey everyone, it's Audrey, and this is my apartment. I live right on the beach in a studio apartment with my husband and our 2 pets in Southern California. Our space is over 500 square feet, which might be small for some people, but we don't really need a lot of space. Just going to get right into it, so welcome to our home. Dividing our apartment into sections, I'm going to start with the entryway, I guess. Pretty much the first thing that you see when you step into our apartment is this white wall my husband built out of wooden pallets. It's held up both by the ceiling and the wooden pallets that our bed rests on, so it's pretty secure. He built this to divide our space and to give our bed area privacy from the front door. Other than acting as a divider, it's pretty cool to hang stuff from, like my hats, some bags, a mirror, wooden crates that hold a bunch of our hardcover and paperback books, as well as a stool that acts as a side table for our stuff when we're not using it, and our dog's leash. We also have a macrame chair hung from the ceiling where I like to read. In the corner of this area is where we keep our robot vacuum named Yuffie. She's essential to keeping the dog and cat hair to a minimum, so she just hangs out here. Against that same wall is a frame filled with some dried flowers and leaves that I DIY'd a couple of years ago, a candle tray with some knickknacks, and that just rests on top of some cinder blocks. Above this, I hung a couple of crochet banners that we received as gifts, and my husband also hung some twinkle lights here because this area doesn't get a lot of light. Facing the wall where the front door is, I've hung a bunch of leftover DIY dream catchers back when I made them for my husband's family, along with a couple of more hats. Underneath is a DIY cinder block shelf that we made recently. I have a whole video on this shelf. Most of the DIYs that I have in my home, I've made videos on, so if you're interested, you can check out that playlist. Continuing along this wall, this is where the TV is. We have an old-fashioned heater underneath that, but living in Southern California, it never gets any use. Pretty much just a cosmetic detail at this point, so we put a wooden chair in front of it. Our cat loves this. This is her space and where she spends most of her time. Next to that is a little area decorated with a wooden mirror from Target and a $20 trunk from the flea market. The poster is a souvenir from our trip to Portland. The framed picture is a print done by one of my artist friends, and the rest are just a few more flea market finds. Above this, I have some Polaroids and prints, as well as a light-up coffee sign from Target and a crescent moon sign from Urban Outfitters. Reaching the end of that wall is a door leading to the bathroom area. I've decorated this door with a poster from the flea market and instant photos of our favorite memories and people. Next to that is our money plant, and that just rests on a bunch of old books. Through that door is a small area with cabinets and drawers, mostly filled with towels, blankets, laundry stuff, makeup and toiletries. I can do a more in-depth organization video of this area like I did with my closet if you're interested. The bathroom is pretty simple: sink, toilet, bathtub, shower. I keep a few plants in here so it's not so empty. The tile in here is probably my favorite thing about the bathroom. It has this detail above the sink and along the shower wall. I have a little shelf for my skincare that I use all the time, as well as a tray with some other bathroom things. And then another metal organizing shelf that my husband and I share. We have a wooden bathtub tray from Bed Bath & Beyond for shampoo, conditioner, and soap. And that's really all there is to the bathroom. Moving into the kitchen, the setup is kind of interesting. There's an open doorway into this area, as well as a pass-through window just above a tiled counter. We have bar stools set up underneath here so we can eat at the counter. And then next to that is a thrifted macrame shelving unit where I put some aesthetically pleasing things on top of, whereas my husband puts all his electronics and cameras underneath. Above that pass-through is a shelf that we added for plants we are propagating. This is what the setup of our kitchen looks like. If you've seen my Instagram photos, you're probably very familiar with it. There's a lot of storage in here, shelving, drawers, and cabinets for our appliances, dishes, food items. But we also have a hanging basket and a cart for more kitchen things. There isn't a lot of decor in here, but there are a few plants, DIY projects, and photos that I just felt like putting in here for fun. Again, my favorite part of this area has to be the tile. Next is the living room / my desk area. The floor pillows are from Target and Urban Outfitters. We got them for us initially, but they just turned into pet beds pretty much. The table is a thrift store find, and on top of that we keep our remotes, coasters, a candle, and our baby rubber plant in a black serving tray. Fun fact, one of Ace's toys lives under here. His name is Bun Bun. Everything else is from IKEA, the rug, the couch, the pillows. Fits the whole family, and this is where we watch all of our Netflix. Behind the couch is a little alcove that I use as a desk. Above the alcove is a shelf where I keep my favorite philodendron, named Planty. I've propagated him several times. He's probably the oldest and biggest plant that I have. Underneath that shelf, I have a moon cycle banner from Urban Outfitters, as well as some curtains hung in case I want to hide my desk. As for my desk, it's just a plank of old distressed wood on top of cinder blocks, and I use the openings for storage. My stool is from Pier 1 Imports, and the rest of the stuff on or hung around my desk is either bought from traveling, gifted to me, thrifted, or DIY. My necklaces are hung from a wooden stick I found outside. There's a video I made on my ring holder. My earring and sunglasses holders are thrifted pieces that I found and just decided to hang stuff from. And this piece of art was sent to me by one of my followers who is an artist. I'll link her info as well as the artist for the print I mentioned earlier in my description. I've taped a lot of photos and mementos on the wall in this area as well for inspiration and decoration. To the left of this area is my husband's closet as well as office space, but I really want to organize this room before I film it, so I'm not going to show you in this video. This is where we keep Cat's litter box though, in case you are wondering. Last but not least is the bedroom area. I have a closet tour video already, so I won't get into that, but next to the closet is where I keep most of my hats. I made this hat hanger out of a stick, some rope, and clothespins. Like I said before, the bedroom area is separated from the front door by these wooden pallets connected to the ceiling and the pallets that are holding our bed. We put most of our sneakers and sandals under here. The bedspread is from Target, which my husband picked out. He said it reminded him of a picnic table, so I just went with it. As for the wall, we mostly have plants here as well as some lights for when it's dark. There's a few shoe boxes, our picnic basket, my ukulele, and an old record player. Since the boxes act like a makeshift side table, we keep some of our things here in the corner. To the side of the bed is another mirror. There's just a lot of mirrors in our apartment. Next to that are some curtains, which are hung from a line that goes across this area. Initially, it was meant to block off our bed if we want to when guests come over, but I mainly use it for a backdrop when filming. So that is going to be it for my apartment tour. I'll have a detailed blog post where you can shop some of the things in my apartment if I can find them or something similar, which I'll link below. But I hope you enjoyed seeing where I live. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!